test everything out here before we get started. Hey Joe, hey Larry, how's it going? Can you guys hear me? Ty and Larry, my bad. Good deal. I'm just getting everything tested before we kick off the giveaway, I suppose. Is it raining where you guys are at? Because it's still raining here, and it's been raining all day. Yeah, I bet it is cold up north. What's the temperature up there? I think right now it's... I don't know what it is here. It's 46 and raining. It's been raining since... I want to say 8 a.m. Central Time. I did finish up some testing with some tires though. As you can see on the screen here, we have 13 different tires that we tried out today. The results are rather interesting, I think. I was not really prepared for some of them to do as good as they did. Possible snow tonight. Well, that's exciting. You got any sleds? No, then it's not going to stick. It's only 45. Alrighty, just gonna be muddy. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh nice, what part of Florida are you in? I have a really good friend that lives just, I think, an hour south of Orlando. He's always rubbing the heat in my face. Oh man, it sucks for you. It's 40 degrees there. It's only 72 here. Currently I'm working on the finalization for the video on the airbrush that I got and then the compressor. So I hope to have that released next week along with the tire comparison, I guess is what you want to call it. So okay, I think he's East Coast as well, just south of Orlando. So we need to go to videos and the giveaway page here. Copy this link, go to Google, free YouTube comment picker. I remember last time one of these did not work or wanted something. Choose the filter. Keyword was let's see. This here, so we're gonna copy and paste this for all fairness. Zero comments. What does that even mean? So I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say that there were 3 different tires that actually made the climb, which really impressed me because it's hard to climb that rock even when it's dry. But there are actually 3 of them that made it. I think maybe even a 4th one would have made it if it wasn't for my driving. So, I still have my microphone on. So, yeah. And I don't know that it's the tires that you would expect. We have a warning on the stream. So I'm using good old Elon Musk's Starlink. So, that's why I don't really stream a whole lot, because I don't have very good internet and it takes forever to upload anything to YouTube. So I don't know why it's doing this. Let's try a different video. There's the 500 one. Copy this. Back here. Try this again. Fetch. Keyword. Yeah, see, it said loaded 24 comments there. It says loaded 0 comments here. Let's try it again. Copy. And the link is going to be here. Keyword filter is going to be hashtag video 600. Replies. There we go. Now it's working. It must not have liked the paste. So, how many servos should we give away today? Looks like there's 33 comments. Maybe 2 or 3. Uh-oh. Somebody just commented on it again. So 3. Yeah, I suppose we could do 3. It says there's an error. YouTube is not responding. I wonder if that's legitimate or not. Oh. Yeah, so I apologize if you guys are getting any buffering. Like I said, it's definitely the internet. I have Starlink, so yeah, we'll go ahead and start the giveaway right now. So the first winner will be Justin Davis. Congratulations, Justin Davis WR2NJ. Yeah, it was muted. I don't know why. I never actually muted it. Thanks. I have no idea where it left off. So I'll just start back over. So I will be doing the second part of the SCX10 Pro versus the Vanquish VRD carbine. Can you hear me now? Yeah, my apologies for that. I don't know why that happened. So I got all the parts that I'll be using on both builds. I think it is a very close comparison between the two. So I hope that it turns out well. I believe Sunday it's supposed to be nice, so I'm going to get the two trucks out and get them on some lines, some new lines that I haven't actually done before in video. So should be a good video. I'm hoping to have that next weekend or the weekend after, so stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and pick a third winner. Oh, it's Murder Wagon. Congrats, Murder Wagon. I believe Murder Wagon won previously. So we'll do one more. We'll do 4 this time. Make it a nice even number. The final winner is Groove Dude 925. SCX24 is in the shop like a typical Jeep. That's funny. My Jeep's still in the shop too. It's not actually in the shop, but it's sitting outside currently. I have one of my friends' cars is here. I'm gonna go ahead and close these out. One of my friend's cars is here currently, and then once he's able to finish his clutch change, I'm going to be pulling in the old Jeep, and we're going to be finishing the 1UZ swap on it. So awesome. Yeah, the VRD is an awesome truck. It is a very, very good truck. Did you get any of the optional kits for it? We appreciate the kind words there. Alrighty, well, the winners can follow the instructions below in the description. You got the servo relocation kit. Yeah, I got a bunch of, I don't want to say complaints, but I got a bunch of feedback that the revolver or outrunner motor on the VRD and the Pro was too annoying for videos, so I didn't actually buy the relocation kit for the servo. That, and I don't really like how low it drops the servo without actually having to purchase a half servo. I don't know. I am at some point going to be building a extreme lightweight VRD, so I'm gonna try and get it as light as possible and see how it performs. I'd be very curious. The hardest part with that is the tire compound and getting the tires to conform how you want it. I mean, really, the biggest reason that the heavier trucks are so successful is because you're able to smash those tires down a lot easier. And so with the light trucks, it's much harder to get the tire to conform to whatever you're crawling on because of the fact that it's so light. You absolutely do, Larry. You need to get one. They are worth every penny. Yeah, I don't know. I think Holmes Hobbies just released a new ESC. I don't remember the model, but I believe they just released a new one that is supposed to be a quiet ESC, and so it eliminates all of the noise. I don't know if it's for censored. Let me actually, I'll Google it real quick and tell you. Yeah, it doesn't have a sensor wire on it, so I would assume if that's what you're looking for, it's not going to work. I wish you could sort the ESCs by release date. They have a bunch of Castle products. Supposedly the Castle products are supposed to be quiet, but as you can tell from the videos, they're certainly not quiet. It doesn't really bother me much, but it's really kind of annoying when you're trying to watch a video to listen to it. I wish their stubby brushed motors fit if there was enough space. Like the Polar Pro stubby, I don't think that there's enough room for those. I agree. I hope so as well. So, interesting fact, I did weigh the Fusion SE versus the Mini, the Micro X2, and the 1800 kV outrigger motor. And let me see if I can find it. We put it in the video, but I'll tell you guys right now. So let's see. I must have deleted the pictures off my phone. The difference was pretty crazy. I think the Fusion SE weighed a couple of ounces more than the ESC and motor with the leads and the two or three JST connectors. So Fusion SE was actually quite a bit heavier, if I recall. Yeah, I haven't used any of the Furitek stuff. I have the Furitek stuff in the micro crawlers, but I haven't done a whole lot with those. I was thinking about doing a SCX24 build. I just haven't decided what route I want to go there. But yeah, I think it's that one as well, Larry. I just don't know for sure. So I do have a four-wheel steer Capra that's brand new that I need to open and do something with, and then I also have a Portal Falcon RTR Portal Pheonix that I need to open and do something with. I think the Portal Pheonix I'm going to end up doing like a ripper build on. I don't know how I keep getting muted. That's interesting. Thanks, Larry. I was just talking about the price and how crazy it is that 24 scale is the same price or actually more expensive than 10 scale. It's muted again. Like, I don't understand why it keeps doing that. So yeah, and it's wild because I mean most of those parts are like micro, right? You would expect them to be a quarter of the cost that they are, and they're not. They're extremely expensive. So the other option for the Phoenix Portal Falcon truck that I have new in the box is a Zoku chassis. But it doesn't seem like people really care about the chassis videos. I did the negative G chassis, I did the Rock Pirate chassis, I did the Artful Dodgers chassis. I don't know. Those just kind of don't really get any traction. Yeah, I assume most people are still at work. It's 4:30 Central Time, so that and it is Friday. So after work, there's not a whole lot of videos being watched. I assume it's probably thirsty Fridays. So the Lawrence run was good. A bunch of people showed up, and it it was actually nice weather until probably 3 or 4, and then it started to get really cold. So we ended up packing up and leaving. There were a bunch of people that brought their SCX6s, so that was pretty interesting to watch. I didn't know they were doing that, and I didn't bring mine. He said I'm at work. Getting paid to watch YouTube. I'm not mad at you. I think this last weekend I ended up taking the Artful Dodgers build and then the SCX10 Pro. The tires that I have on there are the, I don't know, they're the black wheeled ones. I don't remember which ones those are. The bfgoodrich mud terrain TAs are on the SCX10 Pro, and I really like them. They're a Predator compound, and they're really just starting to be broken in, and they work really well. And then I'm finally starting to get the SCX10 Pro dialed in how I want it, and it's doing very, very well. The SCX6 is a lot of fun. I have 2 of them. I have a stock, well, it's mostly stock Honcho. It's got the NSDRC 2500 servo. I have the aluminum axle piece and then also the aluminum shock tower. I haven't put the shock tower axle piece on yet because There really isn't a need to until they're broke, but I'll tell you that in SDRC servo, it will turn. Whether your truck is allowing it or not, that servo is turning. So it is really nice. And then I have another one that I'm doing one of my really good friends is doing a cage build on. I'm going to end up making that one 4-wheel steer, and it'll have the dual and SDRC servos on it. So it's still a work in progress, and it's definitely going to be a ways out. I think it's not something that is going to be done soon. So, oh, nice. Well, that makes it easy for you then. How far is it from your house? Yeah, that's miserable. So I normally carry a backpack, and I have my spare truck in my backpack. So if one of them breaks, I put the one that's broke in my backpack, and I'm very cautious with the second truck to make sure that it's not broken. So that way, as I'm walking back, I don't have to carry a 10-pound truck back to the truck. Yeah, it would have absolutely sucked if it was a 20. I think they're actually heavier than that. They're closer to 30 pounds. They're heavy. And so, what's really cool is they have the space for 2 batteries. But you definitely want to carry extra wheel nuts for those. Even if the wheel hex falls out along with the little piece, it's still better to put the hex back on and not actually have the wheel power anything, so you don't have to carry it. Yeah, it only happens once. Once you learn that lesson the hard way, that's programmed right here. I really want to go down to Disney and take the SCX6 down there with the Razor. It'd be a cool weekend trip. The SCX6, I don't know. I don't really like taking it places because it's so big and massive, and it's kind of awkward to crawl. Like, I mean, realistically, you want these 10th, 24th, 6 scale vehicles to do things that a 1-to-1 vehicle would never be able to do with the same modifications, because, it's smaller, it can do it, and then if you were to come down to reality and run the SCX6 and do stuff that your regular Toyota Hilux could do, it'd be kind of boring. And so that's, you're trying to make it really challenging. Well, the reality of the situation is that is challenging for the truck. Which is why I like the 10 scale the best, because there's just a lot more aftermarket support for it that's affordable. I mean, there's a lot of aftermarket support for the SCX6, but we could go to eBay right now and check the Vitavon axles. So like if we were to get the 4-wheel steer SCX6 bolt-on axle kit, it's like $1,700, $1,800. You have to buy the axles, you have to buy the transmission, you have to buy links because it's all 3-link. And instead of having the servo on the axle, you have, like, from the factory, the servo is chassis mounted on the SCX6. So the Vidavon axles come with the servo on axle, front and rear, so you have to change it from 3-link to 4-link in the front. Yeah, it becomes extremely expensive. But there is a deal on the SCX6s right now, I think. They're like $830. What bashers did you have? I just took my Traxxas XRT down to Winoka in Oklahoma, and I went and bought some of the paddles for it before we went down there, and it lasted about 5 minutes, and the spur gear blew apart, and it completely ruined the pinion, and now I need to buy a bunch of stuff for it. I think the 10 scale is just so much more affordable, so there's such a big variety of parts and accessories that you can get for it because it's been around forever. I think the micro market will get like that, but I don't know. I have several of the micros, as you can see on the channel, but okay. My brother has a Creighton 8S, and every time he drives it, it breaks. It's got the XLX2 ESC and the, I think it's 1100 kV motor. It's the pop can motor. It's massive. And it's got the Vidavon aluminum motor mount and stuff in it, and the motor keeps slapping the chassis, and it keeps breaking things. Bashers are a lot of fun if you have an area like the rock quarry where we did a bunch of the videos. It makes it a lot more challenging, I guess. You have a lot more terrain and you can do a lot of different stuff there. There's a couple of skate parks locally, but I don't know that they're big enough for that. Yeah. It kind of goes back to doing things that your one-to-one vehicle would break for as well. So what's the fun in not breaking them? I am really impressed with the Red Cat Ascento. I think it is it's going to be a good thing for a lot of people that are transitioning like you did from the micro world to the 110 scale. I've already seen a lot of videos on people using them in, you know, competitions and stuff like that. So realistically, it just needs a Fusion SE for $80 and a set of wheels and tires for another 80 to 100, and you're pretty much doing a lot of the same climbs that more expensive trucks can. Welcome everyone to the channel. We had 4 winners. The winners include Justin Davis, Jamie Harrison, Murder Wagon, and Groove Dude. I probably would have dove in after it, I'm not gonna lie. Do you still have the Pro, Larry? Yeah. I suppose life is much more valuable than a truck, so it happens. Well, I'm glad you didn't if it was too fast. I've been driving both of Larry's cars, actually. I got his old dirt, I believe it's a B6.4. It's the dirt model, and then I've got his B64.42, maybe? B6.2. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably better just to take a grave marker next time. Rip. This is where I left my truck. Rest in peace, truck. I was kind of hoping MIP would release that black cased travel kit again. I didn't even know they did it the first time. Yeah, I mean, it would be funny. I would definitely take a picture of it if I saw the sign there. Hey, this is where I lost my truck. Don't run yours into the river. Rest in peace, Mr. Ascent. Nice. I have 2 pros in the box. I'm debating on whether to build one of them or not. I was gonna snag an Ultra, but I never got around to doing it. I will, however, be buying at least one, hopefully 2 of the new Rippers, V2 Rippers. One of them will stay in the box, the other will get opened and abused. So I did. I mean, honestly, if you found it, you should probably video the. A, you probably need a scuba diving tank, honestly. But if you did find it, it would be cool to video it to see if it still worked. I doubt it's that kind of waterproof. It might be. It might be. Yeah, so the only place that I was thinking about going to Newton this weekend, but I was going to paint the bodies for the cars today. So I just built a Techno EB 410.2, so it's an all-wheel drive 10 scale buggy, and I was going to paint the body for that today, but it's too wet to do that. So I probably won't go race tomorrow in Newton, but I did that, and then I also built a associated B 6.4. So I put a 21.5 motor in it, and I'll probably race the novice class a couple of times before I move up to the advanced class, because I'm not very good at it. Running David's track is showed that several times. But I think Newton would be the same drive for you as me, so I am building a track in the yard here. It's going to be an 8th scale track, so I did get a EB 48 2.0. That car is awesome. Right now the track is all flat. It's waiting for a stand. So the original idea was to get a 20-foot container and then build stairs up to the top of the container and build a platform on top and then a roof over it. But I'm not sure, because 20-foot containers are like $3,000 shipped. I'm in Kansas. Topeka, Kansas, to be precise. It is the northeast part of Kansas. So this racetrack is going to be 8th scale acceptable, and then I'll probably end up getting a MyLapse transponder, so that way I can keep track of my lap times, and then when I make changes to different cars or trucks or whatever, I'll be able to say, oh well, this increased my lap time X, Y, or Z, so, or decreased my lap time. I also want to build an oval track too. I think that would be a lot of fun. I've never actually raced 10 scale oval, but dirt is where it's at. I don't like the monotony of carpet and the same thing over and over again. I mean, I'll do it, but so I think maybe one of the other things on Sunday, Larry, is we'll be going over to David's house to pick up the tall stand so I can bring it over here. I have some video or a video coming out on the EB48 build, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So the yeah, no. So the EB 410.2 has a 13.5 in it, and the B 6.4 has a 21.5 in it because I'm not an expert driver. So your B64 had a 10.5 in it. Yeah, that's what I got from Brad. I desoldered that motor twice. It got a little hot. It was a little spicy. The second time it desoldered, it actually desoldered one of the bars on the inside of the motor plate, so I have to fix it. I do have another EB 410.2. It's essentially a four-wheel drive Techno 10 scale buggy. Both of them, I have two of them. One of them is for carpet, which is already built and ready to go, and then the other one I still need to build, but it's going to be for the dirt track out here. Yeah, so if you want another hobby, you can try racing. It is definitely, I didn't think I'd like it. So this past summer, I was really busy buying the house and then also uh, traveling a lot. And so I wasn't able to do much videos and things of that nature. And then some of my friends were really trying to get me to come run on a carpet track that's local here. It's one of our friends has, and I went and ran it once, and I was, I didn't really. Oh, well, I didn't actually run. I borrowed somebody's vehicle car, and I ran for a lap or two, and the car was definitely not ideal. So I ended up getting my own car, and after probably 3 or 4 months, I finally ended up getting to run it, and that first time brought me back to like 2004, 2003 when I had the Losi stuff. And yep, that's all it took. So I ended up getting more race cars for carpet and dirt, and now the 24 season we will be racing. So if you want to race, then go give it a shot. If you don't want another hobby or race, don't do it. Yeah, pretty much. Hooked, lined, and sinkered. So, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. If I didn't need to add more stuff to my repertoire, I had to add racing there. When it starts warming up more, I did get like 3 or 4 loads of sandstone. Yeah, dirt is definitely a lot more fun than carpet. Kind of. So it really depends. I like dirt because it's unpredictable. I like clay more than carpet because it's unpredictable. You get on carpet is, excuse me, carpet is predictable because it's all on concrete. Like everything is flat. There is no braking bumps. There is nothing that's loose. There is none of that. Right? You're on a flat piece of something, whether it's wood or concrete. And lap after lap, you have really good tires, and they are sticky. And you're just essentially doing the same thing over and over and over again. It is fun if you're in the novice class or you're an amateur hour and you're racing people that are just as terrible as you are. That's always fun. But with dirt, it's completely different because no lap is the same and everyone has the same chance as the next person. Doesn't matter if you're an expert or not. You could have something happen. You could find a bump or a hole or whatever that sends your car in a trajectory that that basically gives the next person an advantage. What do I need? I don't really need anything, I don't think. I have everything. I actually just stripped down the two that I got from you, and I will probably be rebuilding both of them because the B64 chassis looks like a pretzel from the previous operator, and then the 6.2 is actually a dirt car, so I will probably use that as a loaner. I don't know if the rear diff is actually ball bearing. It's not a liquid diff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is there. It happens. We can't all be perfect. Alright, Larry? Can't all be perfect. Alright, I think we are going to end the stream here. Again, for the 4 winners, we had Justin Davis was winner number 1, winner number 2 was Jamie Harrison, winner number 3 was Murder Nova, and winner number 4 was Groove Dude 925. Congrats to you 4 individuals. I will leave in the description below the winners and how to claim your prize. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and I hope that we see you soon. Next week I will be dropping the 700 subscriber giveaway. Before I go, are there any recommendations on what to give away? I will go ahead and make a post on what everyone thinks that we should give away next. And then for the 1,000 subscriber mark, we are giving away the TRX 4M. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good idea. I mean, maybe some of the deluxe shocks or drive tech shocks. Crisp high fives. So, yeah, I'll look into that. I'll certainly look around, see what we have. I'll do a poll maybe, and yeah, maybe I'll go for the shocks. What shocks would you like to get? My internet is terrible. I keep getting this warning. 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 The stream is unstable. I will definitely... I'll definitely do a poll and see what people would prefer, and we will go from there. So, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, and until next time, have happy holidays and have a good weekend. Thanks, everyone.